Hi, Luz. How are you, honey? Hi, Clint. It's so good to see you both. I'm glad you could join me. Oh, honey, I'm a little bit better. I've been terribly sick, and Tom's been having seizures again, and it's just not, it's been rough. So, but today I feel a little better. My voice is not real strong, but I feel a little better, and thank God for that. And I may start coughing on you. May have to do a breathing treatment. I don't know, but I decided I wanted to come on. I don't know if there'll be many come on because I just did this spur of the moment. And I need to put it on Facebook. If you'll excuse me just a minute, I'll put it on Facebook. Oops, wasn't right. Well, okay, I'm back. Hi, Susie. How are you? Yeah, at least that. I have missed everybody bad. And I have just, I've looked at it and I thought, oh, I should do that. I should make a video. I need to do something. And I just haven't felt like it. Oh, okay. I'll have to remember that, Luz. And it's very, if I don't make it, honey, it's because I have no memory left. This stuff has really took a toll on me. I took enough medicine to be able to go to the wedding, and I didn't think I was going to make it through it. I mean, it really worked me hard. There was some more stairs than you could ever believe. It was in a castle, in what they call a Pippin Castle in Springfield, and it was something else. I mean, it was just all up and down and up and down, and it was just really tough. It's hard on Tom. It's hard on me, but we had a good time, and I'm glad I went because I wouldn't miss my granddaughter getting married for anything. Yeah, well, it's I've been in bed most of this week. Uh, just haven't felt like doing a thing. And when I do something, it just almost puts me down. But I did clean a little on Friday. I'm trying to make my craft corner back in the dining room here, and so I had this whole side of my room just piled up with paper and stuff that I was working in and messing in, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. And so Friday, I have a home health aide, and yeah, I've been that bad. Oh, that's sweet, Susie. Um, but anyway, I said Friday, we've got to clean this up. Can't stand it any longer. And so we cleaned off the shelf back behind me on this side of the room, if you can see it, where I'm pointing, and brought me down some project boxes and got everything that was down on the floor up off the floor. I got some stuff over here in the corner still. It looks good. It's clean, it's up, and it's organized. And then done the same thing on the shelf. and still have some pretties up there. So I'm real pleased with it. I've got some projects that I want to make for Adrian and Simon if I can get to feeling better. That's the, you know, I'm just not up to big projects, but I've been doing some collaging, and I've been watching Gail Agostinelli and Agostinelli, or however they say it. And she has been doing collaging on big sheets and then cutting them up. Well, I had watched that, so I decided I have probably 1,000 of these in my drawer alone where my medicine is kept. This is the medical inserts. Hi, Brenda. So I decided that I would get out all these medical inserts and collage on them and see what I could do, because I really liked what she was doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you some of the tags and journal cards that I have made, and with these papers. And then I just cut them up however they will cut up. I'll show you the first ones I made, and then we'll go to the other ones. That's a piece I just stamped on. But here is the back of them, and here is the front. Get in the camera, Mary. And I'm going to turn the camera down so we can see it a little easier. And this is something I'll show you in a minute. And they're all upside down and backwards. And this is another one that I cut out of the collage sheet. And I really like them. I like what's coming up. And I'm using scrap paper, some of my pattern paper, just things that I had. This is some wallpaper on this, and that actually goes. No, it goes in that one. And then this is a napkin that I collaged on it, and that's the other side to be able to write on or do whatever you want. Again, the writing side, I got put some paper on it, had a little bird on it here, and then this is part of the napkin, and then this one, again, another bird napkin on top of the collage paper, and that's the back side of it. And I did a lot of inking on it. I just put ink wherever ink would fall on these. I didn't have a sponge down here to do around the edges, so I tried to use just the pad. But my distress ink is just about gone. I've got to get a refill for it. And then I collaged this on the other side. Then this is the back side with some more bird pattern, and then I put two fern leaves on this side, and the back side, and a teacup on this side, and some music paper on the back side, and then I put some balloons on this side. I just used bits and pieces of what I had laying here, and I really like the way this one turned out. That's two napkins that I collaged with the fern leaves, the fern leaves, which I made trees out of, and then parked a bicycle in front of it, and it has the paper on the back. More music sheets, and then this one is a rose in butterflies, or a butterfly, just collaged on. And then here is some more teacups. and it says Earl Grey on the top. And then this one is just a watercolor flower, and I made a long tag out of it. I just cut them out however they would cut up. So that was the first time I tried it. And I really liked how they turned out. I thought it was fun to do, and I could just sit here while I wasn't feeling good and just glue and not have to worry about whether they turned out or they didn't turn out or however. Now this one, I started out, I did make a book cover out of part of this. So I got all of those tags in a book cover, and I made another one, but it was smaller paper. And these are the tags that I got out of this collage set. And I put my teapots on there upside down to the writing, but there's a teapot stamp on the back of it. Lost one in the floor. This one is just plain. I haven't done any decorations to it yet. That'll be something I'll be doing. This one, I stamped a little teapot down in the bottom, and then it has cherries and a little baby on the other side. And this is a napkin down there on the bottom, that little thistle looking thing, and teapots. And this I have to go over that, because that really dark spot, I've got to redo that. That was part of a napkin. And then this one, I just put a little ladybug on the cherry and a teapot below it. And you can see they all had button paper on the back. And then this big dandelion here, and then a writing spot and some teapots on the back. But here is the napkin that I collaged, and I made a book cover. And I just love the way it turned out. That's my book cover. And I have got paper laid out to put in it. I'm ready to start putting some paper in it, and I'm just going to make it Midori style, kind of a soft cover Midori style. I had this pink paper or this pink card, and it was off of a box of medicine. And I thought, well, why not just add that in the book as a tuck spot? Kind of went with it. And this I just collaged in strips. And then this is washi tape here, a little washi tape on the top here, and then a little washi tape on the bottom here on the front. And it says, live gently upon this earth. And then I put a little bee on the top, because you know they're fixing to start letting them spray bees again. And that is really a bad idea. So I'm a true believer that if we kill our bees, we kill us. We kill our world. And we're already doing that without adding to it. So anyway, today I thought I might just show you some of how I've been collaging these and what I've been doing. And I may have to mix up a little more glue to be able to do it. But I'm going to put these back in my project box. If I can get this off of here without messing up my live stream. I'm going to put my keyboard down on the floor. It's wireless. And here's some of the paper that I have laid out for it. This is a signature that I already have made with some papers that I had. This is done with the distressed crayons. I just decided I would see what they would do. And let's see, there's another one in here somewhere. It's in the other signature, which I think is folded up in this. And this will be my outside paper that I'm going to put on. And I'm just using up all of my pattern paper. I have just had this laying around forever. And I thought it's time to get it. So this will be my signature, and it has not been cut down yet. A tea-dyed paper, and then more tea-dyed paper just for writing spots. I'm going to do a lot of, because I'm making it Midori style. This is another one that I use the distress papers on. And then, of course, more of this paper. That'll be my center because it's just really pretty double-sided paper. And then that's the back side of it. And I really liked how they turned out, and that was fun to do because all you did was just color and then take some water and run over them and blend them out. So I had a lot of fun doing that. And so that's the way my signatures will look, of course, cut down. And then here's the other one. And then here I have some more napkins and the leftover paper that I can do some more collage with in the book if I want to. And so I've kept all my papers and everything in one spot. And I love these boxes. They will not hold a 12 by 12. You do have to fold them, but they're great for putting your projects in. I bought these on Amazon, and I really, really enjoy it. I'm going to put these back in that box because that's where they belong. This is part of the project, so I'll have to get it turned around and stacked up right. Because once you open them, they're not, you never can put them back just exactly the way you had them to start with. But those all belong in this book. So anyway, that's what I've been doing, and I thought I could maybe show you a little bit of how I've done it. I'm sure you, if you're like me, you've watched Gail do some of these, and she is amazing. She is amazing, and I just absolutely love to watch her. She is so gentle about how she goes about doing it. There's no big, rush to arms, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I have two pieces about the same size, maybe a little bit different, of my sheets. And you can do this with any kind of paper. You can do it with brown paper, whatever you want to do, and or whatever kind of paper you want to use. Like a paper sack. You can use anything you want to. And anyway, the first thing I do is glue these together, and I'm just using homemade Mod Podge to do this. And so if you get any medicine, all medicine comes with these inserts. And most of the time, I just throw them away. Here was another card that I didn't get in that box because I forgot about it. Let me fell down. Let me see if I can get it picked up down there. Oh, it was another thistle card. And so, anyway, let me get my Mod Podge. And Brenda, this might look familiar because I think I bought these from you. Oh, that's not where it is. I don't have any glue stick, or I'd be using glue stick. But I am out. All I have is restickable, and you cannot use that. It doesn't work. That's the trouble when you're working in a small area, is you have to get up and get your stuff. And I need to find me some paper here that I'm going to collage with. Here. I'm just going to pull out my biggest stack of pattern paper because that's what I'm using, is just pattern paper. I put all of it in here. Part of these are all kinds of sheets and all sorts of stuff in them. So I don't have enough room on my desk to really be working on it, but anyway, in here I have my Mod Podge. And this is, since I'm down here and having to work in this area, I was going to make up a bunch of these and sell them. But I needed storage boxes down here. So I thought, well, why not use my cigar boxes? So I've got my mixed media paste, and which I might use on this. I might do and all of this I got from Little Birdie, and I really like it. And then of course my drops, pearl drops, and I may use some of that on it too once I get to that point. But if I don't get busy, we're not going to get anything done. Alrighty. So I'm gonna get my big brush. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing, honey? Hi, Jean. I was just telling the girls you guys missed the what I'd made, but we could go through them again. I've been making collage out of medical inserts, out of your boxes of medicine. And the only thing I have found is sometimes the glue doesn't want to hold real well. I think it would hold better with a glue stick, but like I said, I'm out of the glue sticks. And I'll show you some. I put some of the things already back up, but I've made a book, 2 books out of some of these. This is one I'm making now, and I'm just using my papers that I've had and had no place to go with them. There wasn't enough of them to really work with or do a lot with, and they were oddball papers and stuff, and I just decided that I would. So I'm going to get these back out, and I'll show you again real quick what I've been making. And these are fun. They're really fun. Here's some of the tags that I've been making. This is a small one, and you just cut them out whatever size you have. And then on the back side, I try to put more plain paper that you can write on, or put sentiments on, or whatever you want to do. This is part of one that is a napkin, but it's really black here, so I'm going to do a collage on here, or a little cluster. And I've stamped each one of these with a teapot type thing. This one has not been done yet, so that's something we could do at a later time. And this is a big tag that I made, or a journal card, whatever you want to call them. This one is just a long tag that, you know, it just turned out that it was long. You don't have to worry about the sizes. You just kind of pick them out and you say, this is what I want to do. This one I stamped upside down on the back, but I didn't care. And this one is actually from the first one I done, and this is some watercolor napkin. And this is another thistle. That was part that I put in the top. Here are the other cards that I made. This is my butterfly with the collage. And like I said, I've been watching Gail Agostinelli do these, and I just really loved how hers looked. And I thought I would do some. This is my teacups. These are all just a napkin that's been put on the top. This is 2 pieces of, or a piece of 2 napkins. And I love the way this one turned out. I just think that's really cool. And then there's some music paper and stuff on the back. Here's another napkin I had, just bits and pieces up, and I used them on one. And here's another coffee cup. And here's a map piece and more fern. And I took my distress ink because I don't have, my distress ink is almost dry. So I added a little water to it, and I just started spreading it all over to give them a distressed look. I didn't worry about getting all the edges. And then here is the teapot itself that was part of that napkin, and another cup. And then this one is the back side, and I had some really pretty paper that was just bits and pieces. This is old book page, and I've done a napkin piece on it, and then you just cut them wherever they lay. This is two napkins. This was the flower napkin, like was on the longer tag, and I had a hummingbird that I on another one, and I just took a hummingbird out of it. Here's the hummingbird itself again, with part of the rest of the napkin on it. And then, of course, the old book pages and pattern paper, but you can write on those. I mean, you know, here's one I had a piece of a sun wallpaper, and then I did some paste on the back, just to play around with my new paste. And then this one is a ladybug on a leaf. And the back is all the, of course, the collaging writing paper or whatever. Here's the book cover. The sunflower one in this set, I made a book cover, and my aide come in, and it was her birthday, and I just handed it to her for a birthday gift. And so here's the book I made out of that first one, and you can see that black spot, how black he is in the tail. And I had some rickrack that I thought would really be cute on this. Little washi tape here, and then a little washi tape on the back at the top, and another rooster part. It's more rickrack. And then the inside, that shows you what my collage paper looked like. It was just torn strips, put down, just pretty papers that I picked out and at random, and you know, a little washi tape on the top of it just to give it a little more decoration. And I'm going to make a book out of this, Midori style. I tried to sew one into a smaller spine like that the other day, and it just really did not go well. And I thought, you know, I'm not going to do that. I can do the Midori style, and that'll work just fine. And then give them some extra paper that they can, you know, do another. And I saw Kathy had done that this morning, which I thought was really, really cool. We often have the same thoughts at the same time. And so anyway, I'm going to put that one in this other one. And these go in here, and they have their own box. And this has my project box over here. And that's the rest of the papers that I'm going to use. Not all of these, but there is a signature in there. But they're going to look, this is the front page. Yes, save the bees. They are talking about spring again. And not only that, but they're going to turn loose 700 million genetically modified mosquitoes. I heard this the other day or read it. And they are going to, I heard, turn them loose in Florida. So if you're in Florida, heads up. 740,000 or something like that mosquitoes that are genetically modified to not be able to birth live young. So they're hoping that it will decrease the population in a different manner than using insecticides. And honey, I'm just, this is the best day I've had. And I thought I'd just come on and play a little bit. I don't know how long I can be on. I don't know how long it'll, you know, this will last, but you know, yeah, well, that's a good testing ground, I guess, because of the amount of of mosquitoes that you probably all have because of the swamps and stuff there. But I'm not saying, I don't think it's a good idea, because how do they know that this is going to work? You know, I'm like Trevor Howard. He said, you know, uh, these kind of medical experiments, if they haven't tried them, could turn out bad. And then he showed two scientists that had mosquito faces, and I thought, yeah, it could be like that. So anyway, I'm collaging on the inserts from my medicine boxes. So if you get these, don't throw them out. They collage great, and by the time you put two of these together, which is not very thick, but by the time you add all your pattern paper, they just thicken right up and give you a nice card that's not too heavyweight. And you just cut them down whatever size you want to. You know, it's up to you what you cut them out. And I just cut them until the thing is gone, small and bigger. I just whatever whatever it looks like will go there. That's what I put there. And I didn't lose but maybe a couple of small strips that I actually used in the book cover, and the other one is back in there for a belly band. So it's all going to be collage. So the first thing I'm going to do is get out my glue, and I use homemade Mod Podge. I use Elmer's glue with some water. Then I get out the biggest brush I have, and I just go to applying it all over my paper. And I don't worry about this having wrinkles or anything else. I just collage. You know, I just let it go where it'll go, because this is pretty fine. It's kind of like working with a tissue paper, although it's a little bit thicker. And so we're going to slap this on real fast for our first coat. Kathy, I got my corners cleaned out. Finally, they upped my hours on my home health aide, and I made her work Friday. She didn't much like it, but I did. Well, if it worked, this would be a fantastic idea. If you know, within one generation, they can wipe out a heck of a lot of mosquitoes, if that works. And you know, mosquitoes are really nasty bugs, and I have worried that they might be able to carry, you know, they carry the Zika virus and several others. I kind of worried that they could carry the COVID, and then we would never get away from it. I mean, it's okay. That was enough glue because it just moved on me completely. Lay that down there. Get my other sheet. And I don't even know if it's got a hole in it, which I tore a hole in this one first thing. Let's try to line them up as good as possible. If you don't get them lined up straight, you cut it off. And I've got a big hump in this one. I still don't have enough area to work real well, and this camera is on Zoom, I think, and I can't get to it to get it out. So, up, get off of there. Did you see that big black spot come up in my screen? I have a touch screen, so every time I touch it, I get something new. So, okay, here we go. Now, we're going to smooth this down. And I am off, and I'm not going to worry about it, because I'll cut them edges off. When I get to that point. And sometimes you can just cover them up. You know, you don't have to worry about it. Turning on this side and spread it out a little bit better. And I'm going to step over here and get some of my book pages. Use that on it. We want on the back side, you want to put some writing paper if possible. And you get some book pages. That's a little dark, but that's a page I'll probably never use for anything else. So I'm going to put it in there. Here's a piece of lined paper already cut. Piece of book page. And some more book pages. And that ought to be enough out of this one for right now. We'll get that one. Okay. So I just start ripping. And some of these I try to make big and some I try to make small. And I don't worry about all the edges torn off or anything like that. I just put them down. And I just go right on gluing. So I'm going to take this one and I don't know if you can see me in this spot, but I'll try to move it down. I'm going to put this one right up in this corner. And that edge is not even, but I'm going to go right out over it and put that piece down. Right like that. And since I overlap, like I said, I don't worry about if it's tore all the way around. Once you get them down, you really can't move them. I do try to go right around the edges a little bit. This is a book called Girl on a Golden Coin. Interesting title. I'm going to go right down here and just insert that in. Rub my edges down just a little so they're not up. And let's see. Go up here with this one. It looks like it can go all the way to the top, and I think I've got glue there already. And right there's a small piece of book that's really, really old. We'll put that in that hole. Okay. Now a little book sheet or music sheet. Let's see. Go right there with that. Choose a little of this. Kind of has a marble look to it. Okay. Get this up a little farther and clean that glue off my desk. Now let's see if we can put the pattern piece in here to give this a little bit of color to it. Just there's a piece that would be good. We got to it. Look at that pretty piece. Okay. Put some color in it. That'd be pretty for the front. Here's another button sheet. We could use that. Doesn't have a lot of color, but it'll give it a little something. Okay, I'm going to try this one like this. Don't stick down yet. There's too many of you. Okay. Put that there. We'll go right down to the bottom with this one down here. And I'm going to leave it long. These on the back, I like to kind of leave long. You get a little more writing area that way. If you want some writing area, I use everything about it, the whole. Okay. A little more. Something. How about a pink? Hello. How are you, sweetheart? Okay, if I can get that to care. Here we go. We're going to go right in here and do this spot. Let's see, our hearts are going that way. Let's put this way. And what I figure is that these straight lines, if you got them, that's a good place to put a piece of lace or whatever you want to do on the back side of them. How are you doing, on Simon? Did you come in too? Okay, we've got some more of this pink paper. Let's put a strip down from the top. And we'll go right up here to our music sheet. Ooh, I slung that glue. I'll have everything glued down to my desk before you know it. And this is actually my office desk. I told Clint I wanted him to bring me home rather than have to bring everything from upstairs or downstairs from upstairs. I told him I wanted him to bring me home an old door of some kind, and make me a desk all the way to from here to the wall on this side, and it would give me a lot of craft area and a lot wider. So, okay, there's that bottom, and now we're going to go back and fill in this hole. And I have this book paper here, but I think I'll use the back side of it. And I'm going to tear it off. That like that. Get that over here where I swing it on the paper rather than my desk. Okay. Get this here. Adrian, how are you? And how is Simon? Simon, are you in here, honey? Okay. And hi, my Linda. I almost ignored you, and that's not good. You're my girl. Okay, we need another piece to go on right here. I think I'll use some music sheet. So let's see if we can't pull off a little piece and fill that hole. And there should be enough glue on it. There we go. And I'm just going to Mod Podge that one completely down. Okay, we're ready to go to the other side of this. So I'm going to slide it over. Get it in frame here. And I'm just going to keep using the same papers that I have been using. I'm not going to change now, so we can kind of coordinate them together. So get some of these down underneath here. And I'm going to put that right there, I think. It's kind of got a pretty edge on it. And it goes to this edge. Okay. So we're going to glue this one. I'm sorry to hear that, Clint. I know you had been worried about it for a long time. Okay, let's get this thing door. We're going to go right here with it, right on this edge. And like I said, I kind of like to use the bigger pieces on the back. It gives you a little more writing area, and you don't really know how you're going to cut them up. Yeah, that didn't really fit right there. Let's come down here with it. And that edge turned in all the way up. Okay. Turn that out. I just got glue on my screen. For some reason, Linda, you are just as light and it says show on it, and I did, but it's just come up on the screen. Oh, Linda, I tell you, I had lost mine. I have just been so sick. I haven't felt like doing anything. And it feels good to get up this morning and not be hacking and coughing and carrying on and feel like I was going to lose a lung. And okay, that was bubbling, so I'm going to lay that back down a little bit. And it'll bubble a little and then it'll lay back down. It'd be good if you could take a roller over it, I think, sometime. But all right, let's try this one in this corner. You know that that's going to fit real well there either. Yeah, maybe go right here, right across this spot. Okay, lay down there. Okay, get a bigger piece of this. I'd rather cut it off. We'll let it run right off this page. Yeah, I put a link in the description. I might find that. Okay. Or if anybody wanted to come in with me, let me find that. We'll get that off the screen. And since I covered up that book page, I think we'll take this and put this down here. I'll turn that one up. Sometimes you have to go back and check your edges. Make sure you got enough glue under them. I would much rather be using glue stick, but I don't have any. I am completely out. And all right, let's see if we can find another piece of this. No, that's too close to what we had. Where's the heart paper? What did I do with the heart paper? I know I didn't use all that. It's under here. Okay. All right, we're going to put this right here in this spot. Hey, Millie. Honey, Clint, no, I can't right now, hon. Sorry, I put it in our group, but I didn't put it on Facebook. And I've got so much glue and stuff on my hands, I can't send it to you, bub. I would have earlier. Oh, yay. Okay. Now at this point, we're going to have to let this dry because it will stick down to my desk and I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to lay it aside and let it dry. But that is the back side of our paper. I'm turned around here and you can see most of it. It's kind of the way it looks. Just and you know, you can go back in if you want and add some little bits and pieces like some birds or whatever if you want them on the back side. You can put anything you want on this and do what you want with it. It's yours. It's your collage. And you just, yes, maybe next time, honey, I'll try to remember to send you a link, okay? So anyway, I'm going to let this dry and we'll see if we can't decorate that tag that I didn't get finished with some of the, maybe some of these papers or a napkin. Or a cluster. I don't think I'm going to be using that. I'm going to put it back. I'm so proud of my cleanup on my room. You kids, you just wouldn't believe how much better it has made me feel to get this thing cleaned up. It has been, it's just been a weight on my shoulders. It's just been driving me crazy. All the stuff piled up and, oh, and I need to show you into my deck. I've got my glider just about done. I've got one more pillow to make for it, but I have it covered right now. And so I did get some of that done. I have to cover my chairs. Clint's supposed to be cutting the boards for it. And so I can put the bottoms in them. It'd be nice to sit down and not go through them, which I have done before in the past. Okay, come up. Come up. Okay, so you're not going to come up. You're too big to stand on the top. But I got these from Kathy. Thank you, sweetheart. And this was in it, and I thought that was so pretty. And I think there's two of them. So I was thinking when I saw them that this might be really cool on the back of one. Cut the stick off, or just, you know, just pull it right back out of the back. And look what a pretty little butterfly. So let's get our cards out. Here again. See if we can find that one that we didn't have finished. Ooh. Kathy, what have you done, honey? Okay. I like that. It hangs off of it, but I like that. We've got one here that didn't have a thing on it though, right here. This one. We just put that butterfly on that and make it look really simple. Here's my bead, the beads that I got, my bottle stopper. Up, 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 which way you go? My camera is not lined up. Oh, Luz, I'm so glad you came in, honey. And I hope you enjoyed this. And I will be doing another live stream to work on these when they are done, or putting the backs on them, or the front side on them. Anyway, Luz made me this. We did a swap. I made her a purse, and she made me my bottle stopper, which I absolutely love. And I'm just going to glue this on the center because I don't want it to be down solid. I want it to have some dimension. Kind of like that. And let those run off just a little bit. Now, won't that be pretty in a pocket? Except that I've got it on upside down, Kathy. Why didn't you tell me that was upside down and had a hole in it? Let's turn that over. I just glue off. Show the hole. Thank you, Luz. I enjoy crafting for y'all. It's been a long time since I've done a crafting live stream. And I thought maybe it would be easier than trying to do a video. I don't know. The videos are so hard for me to edit and do all that. Check the back room. Hi.
Hi.
I'm so glad you decided to come in.
What you doing?
I'm putting this butterfly you sent me on this card.
Did you say it had a hole in it?
Yeah, I pulled a stick out of it.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, and then I put it on upside down, so I had to redo it. That's going to be pretty in a pocket in that chicken book, that rooster book. This is, I'm just going to, I have a love of farms. So that'll be pretty in here.
It's cute.
I only have one pocket. But look at there. That's going to be cute.
That is going to be cute.
Anyway, up, there we go. I'm telling you, my camera is so cockeyed on this that it's pitiful.
That is perfect.
But anyway, this is what I'm doing with these papers. I'm making books and I'm making tags, and they're so fun because you just cut them up and then you've already got them decorated. They're, you can do a little something on them, like put this little ladybug on that one, but you don't have to do really anything at all. Stamp a little bit if you want to. This has one flower on it and it's all it needed. It looks done. This one didn't need anything. Oops, that didn't need anything. Nor did this one, because it's already done. So that's what I like about them, is that you've got your cards or your tags almost completely done when you get through with the collage. You just cut them up in different sizes, and you have to cut them up because your papers will not go through your cutter unless you've got a mega size cutter. So anyway, Uh, but anyway, that's the only tag that I had right at this point. We could decorate another one. No, I've got this one I need to do something with. Because this one just cut just right to just, I had to trim, when I made the book, I had to trim this off and trim his tail off because I got him in a little bit in the wrong place.
I'm putting the links out.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, thank you. But anyway, we've got, and this again was sent from Kathy. And this is a snippet. Oh, Kathy, that's pretty. You know, I was so sick. I really didn't even go through all this. I just felt so bad. But
I don't know. What did I send? What did I send? So we're going to collage. Okay, let me find my collage stuff. Oh, that is pretty.
Isn't this from you?
Yeah, it is.
I started to say, look at this doily. Oh my gosh. That's cool. That's a little too big. See if we can't find a snippet down in here. Kathy doesn't send snippets. She sends big pieces.
Because
she sends big pieces.
She has too much. You have
well,
to get rid of
it. Sounds better.
Because I have too much and I have to get rid of it.
Oh, that's pretty. That may have to go in this book somewhere. Ah, here's a smaller piece. Okay. Is that a pineapple? Must be
yes.
Pulled out. Okay. I can do that. That might be too big.
I think I'm going to collage on Braille.
Oh, that'd be cool. This is a little bit longer. I don't know. I think I like this right here better. Okay. Scissors. I took one of my pretty broken cups and made me a holder for all my gadgets. And this is such a pretty cup. It was handmade in Colorado. And my glasses on the side. And
idea.
But it has a big chip in it right here. So I thought, well, you know, on the desk, that just looks as pretty as it can look, and cover up some stuff.
Yeah, great idea.
I'll tell you what, I'm so proud. I wish I had my was on my phone now, because I show you how good this corner looks. I mean, I have been piled high, and it has just been so stressful for me. I don't like my corner piled up, especially when you binge watch Hoarders. I'm sorry, but that makes me want to clean immediately.
Yes, it does. It does.
Oh, when I see some, I watched one the other night. The woman had 30 or 40 chickens in her home, and then this guy had rabbits. Raising rabbits in his home, ranging free. I mean, can you imagine the mess? Well, you could have seen it if you get a chance to watch the video. It's on YouTube.
Some of those shows, my stomach's just too weak to watch.
Well, mine almost was for this one, I'll tell you for sure.
I was watching one of my favorite shows on Netflix a few nights ago.
Yeah.
And they showed this one scene, just innocent little one scene where they found this woman dead in her apartment, and her
Uh-huh.
little puppy was with her. And I don't need to say more about what that puppy was doing, but I
Yeah.
hurled. I just
Yeah.
hurled.
Yeah. I try to avoid some of those scenes. If I know they're coming, I have to look
Well, I
away.
had no clue that was coming, or I wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
sometimes they really shock you with them. Adrian, I'm a hillbilly, honey. We call them just whatever. Pests, a lot of times, because they'll eat your plants up. If you get there's two or three varieties here. There's the good ones, and then there's the bad ones. I want that piece out of there because I want that to lay down like a separate leaf. All right. I think that's very pretty, not too thick, and covered that big old black spot. So that's good on that one. Here we could have some bling. Oh my. You guys are getting to go through this bag while I do because I hadn't seen it all. Look at this piece of trim. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. Don't think that'll go in my rooster journal, but it's really, really gathered. I love those pineapples too.
I have probably about 6 more of those huge queen size bedspreads I need to cut up.
Oh, really?
Yes, vintage
Oh,
crochet
I
bedspread.
couldn't. I could not stand to cut them up. I
Nobody
would be
wants
I would be mending those things.
My kids
Just
said just
leave.
sell them on eBay, but hey, there's a whole lot more I can do with them.
Yeah.
And living here, we have no use for them. We're not ever going to put them on a bed or anything because they're too hot.
Yeah. Oh, here they feel good because we use crochet things, for coverlets it because they're so warm. I use Herb's 5-year blanket. Took me 5 years to crochet it. It was 6 foot long and just almost fit my queen size bed. He said, never had one of these that'll cover me. Took me 5 years to get that thing done. That's a lot of rows of crocheting.
Yeah, I did.
But he was so thrilled with it that it covered him. He could almost cover his head with it. He just thought that was amazing.
Okay, Susie, educate me. You mean to tell me there are male and female ladybugs? I had no clue. It's like I
The
asked my husband
male,
today,
the
are
male
there
is probably the pretty one if they're like the bird species, but who knows? Bugs are different. Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled with this, Kathy. And I've got this just laying in an open box, a cigar box over here, and it looks so pretty with all that lace and stuff showing.
well, good, now you can use it. Now you know it's got good stuff in it.
Well,
I
I
asked
could
Pete
do
yesterday, is there such a thing as a male and a female fish? And he says, how am I supposed to know? I never looked. I said, well, how do you get baby fish? He could not answer me. He did look at me like I'd lost my mind.
but there is a way to check them. I've
Oh, is
seen
it?
it done. Yeah, we live next to a fish hatchery. So there
I
is a way to
am
check.
Susie.
Well, I need to refinish my desk so bad. But I'm going to cover it up with the door so it's not going to make any difference.
I can't wait to see your door. That's going to be amazing.
It has been, uh, it's been written on. The kids have scratched it. Used to, when I paid bills here, you would see my signature across the desk because I wrote through thin paper, a lot and would sign them and used a ballpoint pen, which would just, because this is pine, it just grooves with, at the drop of a hat. And on one edge of it over here, it is, let me set these down and I'll show you this edge over here. Thanks, Mary. My keyboard is over here, so I have to be careful where I set my papers. Okay. And I need water. Tommy, go get me a little glass of water, baby.
Hey, Tommy.
Okay.
You're being quiet.
He's watching Thundercats.
Oh.
I took out Boomerang for him, and he has been binge watching his old cartoons. And you're going to be live Tuesday night. Okay, that would be 2 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock Kathy's time, I think.
Afternoon or morning?
No, it would be 1 o'clock your time, 2 o'clock my time.
In afternoon?
Afternoon.
Okay.
And if you haven't checked out Simon and Adrian at Metal Detecting UK with Metal Detectives of Dorset, they are they're awesome metal detectors. They're so fun. Have awesome live streams. Although I do kind of get tired of just seeing everybody's signs once in a while. I miss you all talking, just enjoying yourself and talking. That I understand because that is building you, and I love that it is. But that was just a personal complaint. There. I want water, Tommy, to put my brush in. And so anyway, that was just a little personal, something. Not a gripe. Mustn't grumble. So much chicken run the other night, and I thought of you, Adrian.
I like watching when you're actually digging for stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
And magnet fishing. I love the magnet fishing.
They have had a lot of things going on with their computers lately. Yeah, I miss a lot of just the camaraderie chat. And I love that you're doing it. That I know. But honey,
you can't please everybody. You just have to please us.
Yeah, please his growth that love you.
It please the women, don't you know?
That's right. But anyway, I missed that, the joking and laughing and cutting up that you all did. You get so involved in all the finds and stuff that it's not as funny sometimes. But now, y'all being out in the fields, I love to watch, and I will always watch, and I'll watch your other ones too. Let's see how close we are to being dry over here.
I love the tours they did with the old churches and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
See, Adrian, I do watch. I just don't always comment.
You commented on that one a lot. I've seen that. Someone said Mary will be moving there, and I said I'd have to have a little more land than what they had. They had very little space.
History.
They have very little space between houses. I don't think I could live next door that close to a neighbor.
Oh, I know. They're right on top of each other.
Uh-huh. Tom, I want a glass with some water in it. Okay, I'm going to try to trim this up just a little bit because I am off a little and trim some of my edges down. And I'm just going to do it with scissors. Adrian, honey, we love you just the way you are. You just do whatever you want to do and what pleases you and what builds your chest.
Yeah, we're just yanking your
Right
chain.
now, huh?
I said, we're just yanking his chain.
Yeah. The thing uh, it doesn't matter what I think. I'm not even doing anything. This is the first time I've had done anything in a month. But I've been watching. I've been hanging out in live streams. Jean, I watched you this morning. If you're still here, Brenda. Oh, you've gone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I missed her. Miss saying goodbye.
Oh,
Uh,
bring it on.
yeah, Brenda was here for a little bit, and I miss saying goodbye to her. I'm sorry, I missed her.
I
But,
was getting ready to say, ask her, does she want me to send her the link? See if she felt like coming on.
yeah. Hmm. I don't even know. I'm not watching. It doesn't tell me on here. Oh, it says I have 7 watching.
I've been
That's
doing
not
a lot.
bad for not having been on.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've been doing a lot of the practicing with the mandala dot painting.
yes, I have seen that. You're getting good at it too. That's a good because it's slow paced. To
Yeah,
me,
and it's
that would
very.
be a good therapy thing to do. You know, just lose your mind in where you're going to place that next one, or
I
how
tell
you're going
you,
to or whatever.
it really does help with
Okay,
paint.
with pain.
Yeah, it does because you're so focused on what you're doing, you don't think about
Yeah,
the pain.
yeah. And I believe that. I believe this is one of the best therapies there is to set. That's what I've been doing with these collages. I just sit here and I don't have to answer to anybody about what I put on them or what I do with them. And yeah, I know I did. I was pleased to see that many come in. There's probably somebody else come on now, and that's okay. This was an impromptu. I'm going to go live do this. And, you know, it wasn't. I thought about doing a video, and I thought it'd be easier just to go live. And I just decided, okay, I'm just going to go live. Why put all the work in for a video that I might mess up when I try to put it up, and then not have anything? So uh, I don't want to be on very long though, because I have been. That's looking pretty. I like it. Like your collage. It really makes a lot of difference what kind of papers you have. A lot of mine is still upstairs, but I have set myself a limit of what I can bring down, and because of the area that I have to work in. And
I'm just,
I've got this arranged, and I've got them in project boxes and my bags, and I brought my napkins down, and I'm not bringing nothing else down. This is it
I just
until I
grabbed that
use.
handful out of my paper stash.
Yeah, I just thought, I'm going to leave it like it is because I don't want to be overwhelmed with it down here like I got overwhelmed upstairs. And that ruler, I've got to have me one of those rulers. Those are so fun.
I don't remember where I got
That's
this. I
like,
think Tuesday mornings.
yeah. Well, I thought I might find one just to store eventually. Tommy, is that fresh water? You need to go in there and put you some fresh water.
I just did, Mom.
Well, you do need to fill it all the way up. Uh,
I had it all the way up.
Yesterday, I will tell you that we've been going through a lot here. How wrinkled this paper has gotten. That's that old book page. Yesterday, I sent Tom in the bathroom, and he does this for me all the time. He gets the clothes out of the washer or out of the dryer and puts them in a basket, and takes the clothes out of the washer and puts them in the dryer. And my bathroom is 7 foot long, but my appliances are in there. So I've got the washer and dryer in the bathroom. And there's about, well, if I have a hamper sitting beside the dryer, I can't open the door. So there's like a dryer doors, like 6 inches after a dryer door before you get to my toilet. And then in front of you, if you're on the John, in front of you, there's about 14 inches, 14, 15 inches to the start of my cabinet. So there's not a lot of room in that area because of the washer and dryer taking up so much space. But I love it because it's on the end of a 7 foot run. So if you're in there and you forgot to close the door, you don't have to worry about it because nobody's going to see you. It's just, you're just in there. And you can holler before they get there. But anyway, he was in that spot. And he bent down to get something out of the washer and had a seizure. Fell into the spot between the toilet and the cabinet with his head against the wall. Moved my toilet about 5 inches over.
Oh, wow.
And away from the wall. And his feet were curled against the wall in a U shape.
God.
When he fell. And it panicked me to no end. So yesterday, I couldn't hardly breathe at all because I had gone through that panic. It set off my asthma, and then there I was, So this is not quite dry to start on the other side. It's getting there. But anyway, and he's had 3, I think, this last 2 weeks, or last week or so. So he's having them more frequently again, and he's having headaches, which worries me to no end. Because I don't know if that's his brain overacting or if it's hitting his head so bad, if he's fractured his skull. I mean, I took him to the doctor, and the doctor said it's probably sinusitis because everybody's got it because of the dry spell right now, and we're dry here. We need some of that rain
Oh my God, coming again.
We need some. I have my yard has brown caps in it. My plants are just about dead, and my bushes. Oh my gosh, my bushes are just turning yellow and things falling off of them, and trees are drooping. It's horrible. We haven't had any rain, and to speak of, we've had some showers, but we haven't had a big rain in a long time. So anyway, he said it was probably because it was so dry, probably dry in the house. And I know my sinuses have been bothering me too as well. So, that's one of the reasons why I haven't been going on, and I'm not going to push myself anymore. So I'm glad that everybody came in today. I really appreciate it, but I'm not going to push myself to do YouTube with this kind of stuff going on. I will do it when I feel like it. And I can tell you right now that going on live is a whole lot easier than doing a video. To me, it's just a lot easier. So, it's, I am loving that collage.
I don't think I'm going to do
All
anything
of
on
my,
the back.
huh?
I don't think I'm going to do anything on the back because this is card stock and this braille paper is kind of thick and I kind
Oh
of want to
yeah,
keep
that'd be
it
beautiful.
on the back.
It'll be beautiful without it on the back. And that's pretty. That's looking pretty. Mine is looking pretty poor, but it's, like I said, I'm gonna cut this up. And once you cut it
No,
up,
it is not either. It looks good.
it changes everything once you cut it up.
Yes, it
You know,
does.
what you think. I just did strips of 12 by 12 papers on the last one because I had a long, narrow one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just did strips of 12 by 12 paper that I would never have used in a project because there was one of each one of them. Well, you can't do anything with one,
Yeah, and you
except
always get
maybe
the ugly pieces you're not going to use, but once you put them in a collage, they turn out gorgeous.
they do. And so I just tore strips off of, I got out like 5 or 6 papers and I just tore strips of each one of them and laid them across that paper and glued them down. But when I cut them, I had all different angles because I was cutting, sometimes across, sometimes up and down. It just changed them completely.
It does. Have you seen the ones Jean Peter does where she does the strips and then she does like a dark black design on the strips, like kind
Yeah,
of like just doodling
yeah.
on them? Those are gorgeous.
Okay. I want to get to you. How do I do that? Just click on you. No, no, no. Kathy, I'm sorry, Kathy. I just removed you. You're going to have to come back in. Kathy, Kathy. Let me see if I can get her on Facebook. Okay. Okay. We go here. And I got on Facebook and she said, I'm on my way. So all of that didn't amount to anything for me hollering. Well, it did. It worked, but before I got to type, boy, I've got a delay. There's a big delay. I'm just now seeing me typing over here. Okay. Wow. No wonder I'm not seeing. Uh, am I buffering on YouTube real bad? Am I buffering real bad? I'm trying to check it out here to see if I am. Well, I am on my end. I can see that. Oh, wow. Uh, uh, okay. Hang on, because I've got two me's up here and I don't know how to do that. Oh, no, that's you. Okay, add to stream. Okay, now I want you to be highlighted. I click on your picture.
Yes.
Do I click mine off?
No, just click on mine. There you go.
Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm taking a break.
Oh, you're taking a break.
I got to go in the other room.
Mary's taking a break after she kicked me out. So who all is still here? It says 4 are watching. So who all is still here? Susie's still here. Mary just abandoned me. She says, okay, come on back in. I'm taking a break. And she's gone. I need to see. Oh my goodness. Should have cleaned my desk off first.
Uh-oh. Kathy, where are you? Well, I am on my end. I can see that. Wow. I'm going to refresh. I don't know how to do that. Oh, no, that's you. Okay, add the stream. Wow. I am lagging so bad. Now, I want you to be highlighted. I click on your picture?
Yes.
Okay. Do I click mine off?
No, just click on mine. There you go.
Okay, there you go. Okay. I'm taking a break.
Oh, you're taking a break. Mary's taking a break after she kicked me out.
Oh,
So who all is still here? It says 4 are watching. So who all is still here? Susie's still here. Mary just abandoned me. He said, okay, come on back in. I'm taking a break. You going?
Oh. I don't know what happened, but I just got caught up with the stream. Oh my gosh, I was so far behind. It was pitiful. So I'm sorry about all this. It says kick from studio. That would be me. I'm kicking off. Yeah. We just may have to have three in here. Two of them may me. Well, I had to run, and I apologize that all this happened when I was running. That we would have had a disaster here if I hadn't run out. So it's getting late for Adrian. I imagine he's 6 years, 6 years. He is 6 hours ahead of us, and I don't know if he's still here or not. It'll be about 9 o'clock, I guess. Anyway, Kathy, you want to come back in, or is it you're in the back room? I'm not showing you in the back room. I'm showing me in the back room. Hang on, I don't know. Okay, let me go here. And I've got me 3. I want to remove me 3. That's me. Is that me or you? Are you typing? Are you typing, Kathy? Okay. I, I don't want to ban you. I don't want to. I don't. I don't know how to start. How to do this. Uh, let's see if we can go here. If you come up, that is you. Okay. All right. Okay. I will put you in. Add to stream. It looks so much like my desk. I already know. Okay. Okay. Now, uh, here, right here. We want to go here. Right here. Go there. Hi, Kathy.
Am I back?
I'm sorry I had to jump and run when all that happened. But I can tell you what.
Oh, look at
I
me. I'm
had a
so
wet
tiny.
floor from here. Huh?
I was tiny, a little mouse over in the corner.
I don't. I was just like, what did I do when I ran out of the room? Everything was gone.
No, my internet went out.
Well, I was so far behind that I refreshed, and I mean, it was at least 5 minutes behind. It was horrible.
All these storms we're
So
getting is
mine
not
is.
out.
I heard this say. I think that's causing it. But anyway, I have to wait for my paper to dry before I can go any further. I'm
Yeah, me too.
trying.
I have to wait for mine to
Yeah,
dry
I
too.
just yeah.
But I'm glad you
So I
did this,
want to see
Mary,
yours
because now
closer.
I can use up a lot of my papers that I'm not going to use in anything else now.
Okay, right here. I'm going to go solo, and I want to see your paper up where we can see the whole thing because that's so pretty. That is so pretty. And like I
Thank you.
said, those straight lines, I don't worry about the straight lines because you can put a little lace over them. You
Oh,
can,
yeah.
anything. Because once you cut them, they're going to be little pieces that are straight. It's not going to be great big pieces, you know, and
Yeah.
you can make a book cover out of that. Look what a pretty book cover that all that writing would be right in there
Mm.
with the men on the back
With the inside
or
linings.
this edge or the edges with the bicycle up in the top and the car, you know, that'd be the back though because it's always reversed from what you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's got on this end, but it doesn't matter if it's front or back. You want it to be pretty both sides anyway. So,
I have some vintage lace I
but
want to use up, so that's why I went with this paper because I want to use up a lot of vintage
right,
lace and some doilies and stuff.
your your little your little pieces of lace that I've got 2 or 3 little pieces laying here that I think I've stuffed down in a drawer because I wasn't sure where I wanted to put them. And I was thinking I would use them on this after I cut it, that I would put them just across it and make a cluster or whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
see, I'm making these little doily clusters.
my paper has wrinkled real bad because of the wet glue. But like I said, I don't worry about that. I think it gives it a little something sometimes. You just, oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Oh my, look how it's growing.
I've just been making up little
Awesome.
doily clusters.
Awesome. Those are, I love that black one over there with the butterfly you just covered up.
This
And
one?
the
Uh,
cameos. Oh, yeah, that one with the butterfly. Oh, that's so pretty. And the cameos is gorgeous.
so I've just been sitting around making up little doily clusters and ribbon clusters to use up stuff.
I'm just barely hearing you.
I said I've been sitting around
Uh,
making up jewelry and ribbon clusters just to use up stuff to get rid of it.
yeah, yeah. I've got a box full upstairs that I need to use up. And I may bring those down because if I'm going to be making tags and stuff, I want some clusters to go in them. But I
Yeah,
thought I would just sit here and make a bunch of these soft covered journals and
yeah, I like
use up
that.
my papers in them and just do my thing. And when I don't feel good, I sit here and cough, but I can do a breathing treatment and glue down stuff. You know, I just this is the longest I've been able to talk without cough. Just use Elmer's glue and a little water and thin the Elmer's glue down. I don't even know if you would have to do that. You could just probably use Elmer's glue and not even thin it down. But that's all I do. Is just use Elmer's glue, and mine's a wood glue. It's not just like a school glue. It's the better Elmer's, but it is a white glue. And I just pour it in a little. In fact, I'm using a little bouillon jar, and I just pour it in there and use a little water on top of it and mix it up. And if it looks like it's right, then I'm done. I quit. Kathy, is that a cluster, or is that your doilies?
Well, it's a doily cluster, and what happened was I ordered some doilies that were already glued together to make doily books with, and the person who
make a doily book.
Well, no, I'm not going to turn it into one now because the person who sold them put poster board between the two doilies instead of fabric or felt, and I would never sell a doily book that had paper or cardboard in it. So I just decided to turn them into clusters. Because I can't use it for a doily book now, so I just put them into a cluster. And I'll use it on something like a book page or a cover or something.
Your sound is, your mic is not working right, sis.
How come?
Your phone, your microphone is garbled.
Oh, wait, I can turn off fan. Is that better?
I don't know what happened, but I just got caught up with the stream. Oh my gosh, I was so far behind. It was pitiful. So I'm sorry about all this. Where's this sound coming from?
I don't know. Is somebody in the back room?
It's from YouTube. It's me. Hang on. My sound just come on YouTube.
Oh.
And so it's way behind on YouTube as well. Wow.
Oh. That is odd.
That was not good. That's not good. We're far behind. I didn't know there was that big of a lag. Of course, right now, this is Sunday. Everybody's probably online. Just everywhere. I'm about to get dry where I can turn this over and do the other side. But I have to do both sides because, of course, my paper is still, I'm going to go back to two layout. See, my paper is still a mess on this side. So, but Kathy, I think I'm going to go off of here and we'll do some more of this. I'll do another live stream and we'll do some more collaging and then I'll show you how I cut them up.
Okay.
And like I said,
just yell when you want to if you want me to come on with you. Trying to get back in the swing of things.
I would love for you to come on with me. I love having you on here. But anyway, this is not drying fast enough for us to just hang here. And we've got 5 on here now, though. We gained 1. That I will be back and show you how to cut these up because they are bigger than my cutter. So I'll show you how I do that. And I watched this being done, and I want to give her a shout out. Thank you, Gail Agostinelli, for showing this technique on your channel. It's so much fun. Your tags are just hers are absolutely beautiful. She makes such beautiful things. But this is where it came from. I cannot take credit for it. it is solely, I think she got the idea from someone else. So I figured if she can share it, I should be able to too. And but I do want to give her a shout out for it because this is fun. And it's very, very easy. You don't have to take a lot of time doing this because these are going to be, this will be the back of the tags. And Kathy's, she's done hers on Braille paper. So hers, she doesn't even have to do the backs and it's cardstock. So she's made her front. I've still got to Mod Podge all the front and I'm using up all those stray sheets from 12 packs, or the 12-inch paper packs that you don't know what to do with, something you don't like, something you would never use in a book, all those kind of things that you got laying around and don't know what to do with. This is what they're good for. Tear them up, Mod Podge them down, or use a glue stick and put them down, and then cut them out and make tags out of them. You can go over them with napkins. You can cut them any size. There's no set size for making tags or cards. I mean, I know there is, that if you're going to make them exactly right. But when you're making a journal, we tuck all of those little things down in there. There's always a room to tuck a small little card like this, a little tuck spot that it can go into. So anyway, like I said, this is not my idea. This was Gail's. Thank you so much, Gail, for showing this. And even though I don't comment a lot, Gail, I do watch, and I do enjoy. She is very good at what she does, and I enjoy watching her because there's so many little things that she can show and teach, and I really enjoy that, and I enjoy watching her because she is in her videos, she is just laid back. She tells things about her family, stories about her family. It's such a gentle life story. It just is so fun. So I really enjoy that. Just
I'm gonna put mine out in the sun, see if it'll faster.
Yeah. Well, mine is beginning to get there, but I'm getting tired and I'm going to have to do a breathing treatment. Otherwise, I just keep going because this is so fun. I would love to show the whole technique at one time, but I just don't think I've got the strength right now. And I know, Kathy, that you're not feeling very well, and it's easier. This is a very relaxing thing to do when you don't feel good. You can do this. You can do, like I said, when I'm doing a breathing treatment, I'm having to sit here and I'm coughing or whatever. I don't feel like I am bothering anybody by having a piece of glued paper on my desk, at that time.
Yeah.
It's just, it's something that I can do. And I can actually, because you can cut this with scissors, I can actually take this into the living room and sit down and just go to cutting pieces. They may not be straight, but I can straighten them up later. Just go to cutting pieces out of it.
Yeah.
So
you can make journal cards, everything.
Right. If you want to watch TV, just take your scissors in there and cut them down in strips and then cut them across the other way, and you got all your tags and cards cut. So but I sit here at this desk 90% of the time because I can sit up straight and my chair is comfortable. It's where I can lean back in it and I put my feet up. I've got a little stool underneath my desk, and so night before last I was here till about 6 o'clock in the morning before I finally got to bed.
Wow.
So yeah, so a lot of times I show on my online, but kids, I'm in another world when I'm like that. I'm binge watching things like Hoarders that I don't have to concentrate on to realize that I missed how to do that, or I didn't see that, or I just sat here kind of like in a zombie state
Hey,
and
Kat.
just let them run. So,
Yeah, I've been
hi, Kat.
watching.
I don't see you yet.
I was been watching Netflix, and then I started binge watching Amazon while I was trying to get through the pain. And then it dawned
Right,
on me, doing this, something I have to focus on, takes my mind off of the pain more than trying to watch TV
yeah,
does.
right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. It does. It keeps your hands busy, and when your hands are busy, your mind is busy. And you can, uh, and yes, you're in pain. The pain doesn't go away, but it does lessen it because
Yeah.
you get to work on something, and your brain goes to a different area to you, and it stops that pain signal from coming in. And unless it gets really, really bad, and sometimes my coughing gets really, really bad. I know I have that I'm carrying pneumonia. I know I am. The doctor has not said that, but he did give me a round of antibiotics. It was not enough, and I had just, uh, I've just been miserable. I haven't felt like I am so weak that I cannot walk out the back door and water my plants,
Oh, wow.
which I was sitting 10 foot away from. I mean,
Hmm.
it really is, and my legs just have given way uh, because I can't do anything. I can't walk because I can't breathe, and so I just sit here. But this keeps me from feeling like I'm just waiting to die, you
Yeah.
know. And honestly, that's what you get the feeling. And I know you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
And
yeah.
of course, and then I have all the other aggravations with the kids not getting me to the doctor and doing those kind of things. Had call and they cancel a doctor's appointment that we were supposed to go back to for Tom. And here I just keep running on. I was going to stop this at 2 hours. It's 2:03. I've done missed the cutoff. That I'm dry now. I can start putting things on the other side. We're doing collaging. Um, I'll show you some of the cards that I made out of mine. And you can do this. I'm collaging on medicine inserts. You always get these in the box that tells you all the information about your medicine. 90% of the time, we don't read these. Well, this is medicine that I've taken I never throw one away because you never know when you might need it. But this is medicine I've taken for years, so I had read this time and time again. And I just thought, well, I'll be using those. I ought to be using those. So I saw Gail Agostinelli doing this, and I thought, what a great idea. And I have made some beautiful cards. I've made this book cover with it. Cat.
Put
This
it back
is
on you, Mary.
okay.
Put it full screen, Mary.
Okay. Okay. I made this book cover all with just leftover. What do you do with paper pack sheets that you will never put in the book? And yes, this was a napkin, and I just collaged a napkin on it. Then I was given these. Oh, somebody help me! This bead. It's all curled up with paper. It's a paper curl. What do they call it, Kathy? What do they call that?
I don't
Uh,
know.
yeah,
I,
you do. Where they
I
curl
wait
the
for
paper.
Well, I got to go back to StreamYard and see what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
And point to it again.
This bead
The Rick
where they
Rack.
curl the paper.
Oh,
Quilling.
oh,
Thank you, Kat. Anyway, I had a whole mess of insects like this. And I had this rickrack left from a quilt. So I thought, how pretty would that look on it? Just using up washi tape. This had laid in my window until it lost its sticky. So I just glued it down, and this was a butterfly that kept it. And I thought, how pretty would that be on one of the cards that was made out of the rest of it. All of this was just paper that I would not use. I had no place to use. And I had got a file box that is poked down as hard as it can be poked down of paper. And so this is some of the tags that I made. Just done that one. And there's writing places on the back. I done a little stamping with teapots. This is part of another napkin. And got buttons on here and, writing area here. And some more stamping just because I had that stamp and I had never tried it. So I used it everywhere. This has a little ladybug in the quilling. And it's flat enough that it's not going to, stand up real big. This is one that I actually haven't done anything to because it's got a nice little pattern on it and I didn't feel like I had to. And of course I've done this one upside down, but we don't care. I don't care. There's some pretty little stamping down there. This is the sunflowers. This was a piece of wallpaper I had left. And I made enough of this one, this pack, I had made enough of to make a book out of. And so I made a sunflower cover. And my home health aide came in and she said, oh, how pretty. And then a little while later, somebody called to wish me a happy birthday. And she said, thank you. She said, I hadn't really even thought about it being my birthday. I could hear her talking. And so before she left the house, I just handed her the little book that I'd made and said, this is your birthday present. So she was tickled. But anyway, but this is how they look when you get done. It's just fun. Use up what paper you have. You can do the book pages like Kathy has done. Some beautiful ephemera. Mine is mostly, I'm using up book pages and music sheets too. But mine, I have a little bag because I moved downstairs. I have one little bag of paper that I can use up before I have to go back upstairs and get more. That I'm not bringing one thing down until those are gone because I don't have them before. And so I just made up my mind. I'm going to use this stuff up. So the rest of my crafting is going to be using up what I've got laying here because I can't make those stairs. I have to have help getting things down. And people don't like to do that for me. So, they look at me like, I got to go out and find some paper. Where do I start looking, Mom? So I'm going to set it back on Kathy's because I want you to look at Kathy's real well before we go off because she has got some beautiful pictures and maps and writing. Look at that stuff. And then you just cut them any size you want to. If you want to make a book cover out of it, you just decide about how much you want for a book cover. Mine is 6.5 by 6.5. I think.
It goes.
So hi, y'all. So mine is like 6.5 by 6.5, and it's just one corner of my paper. And these inserts make great collage papers. They're easy, and it's stuff we throw away, and they're big, so you can make. I had the sunflower one I had was probably folded. It was probably 2 foot long. Folded in because it was just one long piece, and it wasn't. It was only 12 inches wide. So it was just one large piece, and that was fun to collage because I just cut. This is what came out of it. I just pulled strips. The book cover come out of that with the strips on it, and I love it. And Kathy's, this is going to be her cover, so I think that's going to be awesome. How you doing, Elle? I miss so many of your things. I just feel so guilty. I love to watch you girls, and I just absolutely have not had a mind to remember anything.
Today is the first time I've actually sat up as long as I have.
Yeah, well, me too. I'm usually in the bed by this time. It's 4 o'clock. I've missed my nap.
I took my nap.
But you know what? I'm okay with that because maybe I'll sleep tonight. Well, that's how I'm on late, and I see you've uploaded. I was
I'll
up
probably
till
take another
4:30.
nap. I'll probably take another nap before the day's over.
Well, I do too. And then, like I said, I can't sleep very well because I've slept most of the day. And Tommy hates it. He just absolutely hates it. And I wonder if I could come on my phone so I could show you what I've done with my organization. Because I'm so pleased with it. And then I could show you my glider. We painted them army green.
Oh, I don't want that.
I wanted sage green, and they had no such thing as a sage green at Walmart. So we opted for an army green, and with the pink on it, they're pretty. Because there's so many, it's all roses and flowers with greens of all kinds. And Cat, now that doesn't sound like fun. It's Sunday. It's Sunday.
I'm not going to.
What color are you using, sweetheart? Kathy?
This one now is scattered straw. I didn't want to go quite as dark as the browns.
Yeah. Well, it's giving it a good vintage look.
These two over here are dried marigold. I wasn't crazy about them. They're kind of orangish.
My inks are just about all dried up. So,
just spray them with a little bit of water.
well, I did that, but that's the reason why the back of these look like this, so grungy. I'm gonna go back to 2.
So much it's not even funny.
We'll go back to 2. This was vintage photo, and I just decided it was so runny and such a mess after I added stuff to it, and it still didn't work good. I mean, stamping on it. I just picked it up and went to rubbing the whole back side of the paper, and it, grunged it up. But it didn't do the edges well because it was so thin. It didn't want to take it on the edges.
I've used vintage photos so much, and I just got tired of the brown look. I wanted to go to something else.
Yeah.
Just to
I've
see what
noticed
it
a
was.
lot of people using linen for a really light look. And
yeah.
I'm going to collage some yellow roosters on this. I want some, so I kind of want some different paper for the front. because I've got yellow napkins with yellow roosters that I want to use up. And I really like this daisy. Oh, that's cute.
I think I want to start doing more lives.
To me, it's just easier. It's just
It
easier
is
than
easy. They're making it so hard now to upload videos. It's just starting to become a pain in the
oh, it
butt.
takes hours for mine to upload. I just hate that.
I had
This one-
made some before I went for the surgery, and I went to have them all upload this morning and schedule them.
uh-huh.
They're still trying to load, and I just finally just went in and canceled them.
Yeah,
I
that
said it's
it
not
just
even
takes.
worth it. Now, Mary, you was talking about these lines?
Yeah.
Watch this. What lines?
There you go. Well, I did that on one of them, but I thought I would use maybe some lace instead. I'm laying out
Yeah,
some of these because I don't know how they'll look with the the
I'm gonna wait till I
neck.
cut most of it before I cover them because I don't know where they're going to end up.
Oh my! Now see, here's a piece that I would never use, but I bet that this would be pretty in the collage because all you're going to do is cut pieces. So you would just, you would lose a lot of that. Uh,
Bet it would.
Here's a half piece. Maybe I'll go with a browner theme. Do something different. Let's see these because I'd like to use up this paper pad. Here's keys. Okay,
Yes,
what?
tell us, educate us, dear.
What?
Told Els to educate us. What
Yes.
picture does she use? Because mine sucks.
I think these corks would be cool.
Pete just came in here and asked me what I was making for dinner. I said, cooking a can of soup. Not making anything.
Letters. I don't need but about 6 papers. Let's see. I like this pattern paper here.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That would be cool in a collage.
And then
More-
I've got uh, that.
Ooh, enchiladas.
Where is that other one that I had the music on it? That's a good shade to go with that one. Okay. Now, we've got those two. These are a little different shade. But this is not. I think that would look good. It's got color on it.
Ooh, good papers.
This one it's close enough, but I don't like this big white space on it. Um, let's see how some of this looks here. Got the pattern here still. Ooh,
Oh, I like that one with flower on it. That's a
this
good
one.
Yeah, that's pretty. I think I had that.
Yeah, this is a old pad. But these are great because you get certain elements on each one that
Mm-hmm.
that you can use. when you cut them up. It makes them look all different. And okay, I don't think. No, maybe this. No, that's cardstock. I don't want that. And maybe the cards. Okay, playing cards. Japanese print. A darker brown with blues. I'm just looking at what they look like in strips. That's cardstock. I won't use that. It's too thick. I don't like using cardstock in it. Okay, let me go with this. Okay. Don't need that one now. Do I need that butterfly? I don't know that I need that butterfly. That's postage stamps. Okay, you can't see all those. I'm too far apart. Let's pull them together so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Okay. This I've looked through and I'm done. Although I do love that. Probably more than I love this. Okay. These come up. Maybe I'm going to put it on me just a minute, and I'll show the paper that I picked to do my collage with. Since I didn't make it off. Okay. Let's see if you can see all of them. I think you can. This is what I picked to go on my collage. It hasn't changed yet.
Ooh. There you go.
Okay. This I picked out 6.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
they're good.
this is a half of one. There's not quite a whole sheet. It's just a partial one. So, but I think this color range will look pretty cool. Let me move this in between these.
I like those. They're going to be good together.
I think they will. I like this pattern piece real well, especially with the buttons. Let me put that one next because I like that color. I'll have to just decide, but this is a little too green, but I love the dove on it. But I don't think I'll be able to catch it. So I don't know that I need that one. I think just those 6. These are all stray papers. The last pieces of the paper pads that you really don't know what to do with them, because like this, I mean, you can't even really make a book out of that because some piece of it is going to be cut off, and 12 inches is not quite enough. You know, you can make a small book out of it, but then see, when you fold it, all the pretty stuff goes to the back. You know, I want that part of it. And, but this way, I can get that part of it. I can use that whole thing, and some pieces of that is going to come through on something else. Like if you get this on those corks, it's gonna look cool against that. Up, 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 up. So you may have just the corks. But the thing of it is, when you tear it in strips, you're going to just keep getting, you just cut it in. I just tear it in like maybe 3-inch strips and just start going from one side of the paper to the other. Now on this one, it's a little bit longer. I've got a little more paper here that I'm just going to go the length of the 12 inches, and then whatever is left here, I will put more scraps on it and just cut these off separately and use them up. So anyway, that's going to be my background, and I think it'll look really cool. I like the deep, and I may go from the deep to the lighter paper like that. And that. No, the wrong way. That one. That. And then that.
Bye, Kat. Thanks for coming.
You like it, Susie? I do too. I like it. I like how that's going to, and I really like how this is going to be. See, the next one is going to be like that. And then, and I can fold that because I'm going to cut it anyway. And then the next one would be more like this. And they're just going to get prettier as they go. I think that's going to really look cool. And then the final one, it's just going to keep coming out. I think they're going to really look neat. So, I guess I'm ready to about Mod Podge again. Kathy's going to have hers done. But anyway, I put all of my pattern paper in one stack and clipped it together. These were the really stray sheets that I didn't know whether to put them with. Hi, Shar. How are you?
Hey, Shar.
I put them in depending on color scheme, but these were multicolor type papers that I wasn't sure what to do with them. So what I did is I took a big binder clip, put all of them together, and I've been working out of this pad, and I have come down, let's see, I probably worked 12, 13, 14 sheets out of it already with some of the stuff I've been doing because I made purses out of it. I have I've made some other book covers. Been using some of it to make my inserts. And no, I was just showing how I make my paper out. I'll click this back over to a duo, or I'll
Yes,
let you show yours. She's hiding in the back room. There we go. Look at her. She's got it done. Oh, wow, Kathy. I'm loving that. Loving that.
Thank you.
Girls, I can't believe I have been able to stay on and keep working and talk.
Huh?
I'm so proud. Next time I'll get this. Okay, I'm going to start tearing strips. We'll just see how this looks.
I signed up to take 3 mixed media classes online. All 3 of them
Uh-huh.
are only $10.
Was what?
All 3 of them are only $10, and they give you the PDF of what you need to download and all
Uh-huh.
to paint the pictures. I want to get more back into my painting. I miss it.
Yeah, me too. But painting's going to be hard down here until I
Yeah.
get my desk done up. And I've been trying to get these boards for my chairs for the last 6 months. So I told him yesterday, my son, I said, son, the summer's gone. I have one more month of being able to sit on that porch and enjoy it. I
Yeah.
would like to have it done. He goes, I know, Mom, I'm just so busy. I'm like, well, get unbusy.
Yeah.
Mama needs this. I've asked long enough. But he did come from, he was 8 miles away. And I called him about Tom when he fell last night, and he come running. He
Oh, that
stopped
was
me
sweet.
there. So uh, Tom got up before he got here, but I'm not even going to worry about these being tore and using this. Okay.
That has to be terrifying, though, being there by yourself with him when something like that happens.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, the first thought that went through my head, and I don't want him to hear this, but maybe he's watching TV enough not. But my first thought is he's died.
Uh,
He hit so hard that it, and I was terrified. Uh, when when the when you move the toilet off the floor 6 inches, uh, I mean that's hard
thank you,
because
sis.
they're screwed down
Yeah,
and
that would have done me in.
wax sealed and. And then he was in such a shape. Oh my God, he landed so weird. Okay, this one I'm going to tear.
See, I don't think to call anybody. I just grab the phone and dial 911.
Uh, I called to see if he was at home. I didn't because he just lived across the field from me. And he said, no, I'm in Republic. And I said, well, Tom just had a seizure and he's down the floor and I can't get him up. And he said, all right, I'll be there in just about 8 minutes. And he had to, it's 7 miles. So he flew. He flew.
Hey, you put it back on you. This has to dry again.
Okay. I love it. Well, let's put it back on both of us.
My hands are grungy.
Yeah, I'm just tearing paper. Yeah. That is one thing it'll do. All the glue and the inks and okay, this would be my next one.
So now, is this going to go on the same collage you're making, or are you going to do another one?
No,
Oh,
this is the same. This will be the front.
Okay, okay.
This will be the front of the collage. And the other is the back. So, but I like to use a little color on the back so they're not just bland. You want to put a little bit of a colored sheet, or like you've got pictures and stuff on yours. That would be fine on both of them, but front or back.
Yeah.
But And I may do some of those. I've got a few, but I have kind of kept some of them back. Thought I'd use them for other things. But you know what? I'm tired of keeping them. I want to make a. I want to buy some new stuff.
That's
I
me. I'm
want to
going to
be
put
able,
it down where I'm going to get rid of it.
yeah, I
And
just don't
throw it
want
all
to
over.
go on. I want to be able to buy some new pads that are out, some new different ideas, or you know, do something.
Yeah, and every now and then Michael's puts it on sale where if you buy one, you get 2 pads free. And that's the big pads.
Right. Don't you tear through that.
But I'm glad you did this today because it gives me a lot of ideas to use up a lot of paper I still have.
Well, that's what I like about it is I'm using up these papers that I know I will never use, and I might have used this, but why not use it this way? I'm still going to have it in a journal of some kind. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it may be a soft cover journal, but uh, when I get 2 or 3 of them made, I'm going to put them on here and say, hey, these are for sale, girls. You want to buy one? Contact me. You know, I can't wait to get that chicken one, that booster one done. I think that's so cool. And
Yeah, I think cool.
I've got some papers picked out that are going to be really pretty in them. That look, they're floral, but they've got the same colors that are in the front. And then I've got the yellow chickens. And some of these will be used to make tags with yellow chickens. So I picked the brown background because I thought the yellow would really look good. You know, because the napkins are, you know, they're all either yellow hens or there's some. I think there might be some white ones in one of them.
Did you put your
So
napkin on before or after you cut it up?
I put it on uh, when this was dry. I waited for it to when my cover was dry.
So you put it
Uh,
on before you cut it up. Do
yes,
you
and
put
then cut it up.
you put napkin on your collage and then you cut it up?
That's what I did to make the book cover. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
cool. I'm gonna try it.
and you know, you still got uh, this one next. Um, this one has to go this way. This one definitely has a direction. Come on, let's start turning. You see how that curved right around that? I'll make that do that. I'm not that talented.
Ow.
Oh, what you doing tearing way over there? That
Huh?
wasn't where you're supposed to tear. Oh, I tore way away from where I wanted it to. Like 5 inch, or you know, it was like a 5 inch piece instead of a 2.5 or 3 inch piece. And I'm just going to do this one in stripes like I did the last one because I like the way it turned out. We'll see if this turns out as good. It may not. I may wish I'd cut it in pieces or little pieces and collaged it. But we're gonna see. Because I like doing it the easy way.
Oh, this
The easy way.
is not gonna work.
All right, I can get my glue. Because I put it away. I didn't think I'd be using it again today. All right. Are you cutting it?
I cut it into 3 different size pieces so that it would be smaller to manage.
Right. Okay. Start with that one. The nice thing about doing this, girls, is you can do these any way you want to. You know, it's yours. And if you're just setting and gluing, you can just do whatever you want to do with them. And you don't have to ask anybody. You don't have to say anything to anybody. It's your collage. You know, you just put down what you like. And sometimes the weirder the stuff, the better they look when they're cut up.
That's what I was thinking.
Huh?
That's what I was just thinking. Boy, I hope this looks better when it's cut up.
Well, you know, it's amazing how different they look when you get them down in those little pieces. I probably would have done this in little pieces, but I'm going to do a background for my chicken napkins, and so okay. I didn't do that quite exactly the way I had planned. That, oh well. Well, that really cornered out. I can't cut straight, nor can I tear straight.
So basically, you can do a bunch of these up and just set them aside and have them drying. And as you need a piece for a different project, look and see at the master board you already have made and just cut a piece off.
Yeah. You know, you can theme them out. You can make them all animals, or you can make them letters, or you can, you know, uh, old book pages, whatever you want. And then you know, you can have them just laying aside. Uh, I can't wait to cut mine. I always cut them because I can't wait to do it. I don't want that corner piece. Please. There we go.
See, what I'm thinking is if I make up a bunch of backgrounds, then when I go to do my bust my stash, I have my backgrounds made.
Yeah. Well, just cut them up and make your tags and your all, you know, put your pretty napkins on them, put your clusters on them, and cut them up and make your tag box full and your whatever you want to eat, you like in your journals, and then you just go to that box and pick out what looks good for your book you're making, and you know, That's the way Gail does. She has a whole box of them made up, just ready to go. And then when she's making a book, she goes through it and says this would look good in it, and that would match, and this, you know, it's pretty cool, really.
Yeah.
That they're all. This is where that this pattern piece was going to go.
Plus, it's helping me use up a whole lot of this Mod Podge.
And I literally Mod Podge these down. I went back over my book cover and laid a whole layer of Mod Podge on top of it so that none of the pieces would lift up, and it give it that kind of a glazed look, which I really liked.
How do you keep it from getting sticky when you do that? How do you keep it from being sticky?
I use Elmer's glue and water and not regular Mod Podge.
Ah.
I like it better. I mean, it's just, and it's cheap. You know, I was given, and I can't remember who gave it to me, but someone sent me a gallon jug of Elmer's glue.
Oh,
and
cool.
I have just been using the heck out of the Elmer's glue, for, you know, and so, like I said, I make all my own Mod Podge and do that. And okay, where's the first piece of this? Because this one I kind of want in. I don't think it makes any difference. All right.
Excuse me, sorry.
One piece of this missing somewhere. Down in here. Yeah, it's that one. This is the. Okay, but I've got it to go. It's got to go this direction because my dress is turned that way. Okay. I'm talking to myself. Sorry, girls. I'm glad y'all like this because it really is fun to do. It's so relaxing, and it's so, that's backwards. And it does use up a lot of the stuff that we have laying around, and we all say, oh, we need to get rid of that, and we need to do that, and we need to do this, and we never get it done. And so I thought, well, after I watched Gail, I just thought that this is a great place to use those things that I just don't want laying around anymore. This is going to have to come loose because I don't want to lose that pair of scissors or that dress form. And I'm going to. It's just going to be, okay, I'm going to have a piece of something to cover that hole. I'm working opposite of what I was going to do. Okay. It doesn't matter because they're going to have papers in between them, Mary. This is where you put this. I'm just working at that, and now I've got a hole in it, and I was like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the hardest part is to try not to think ahead.
Yeah, I was
what you're going
I
to
was
make
aiming
out of it.
at it, and I didn't do that on the other chick. I was just slapping down paper. You know, I didn't plan anything. I just done it. I planned the color. I picked out the colors as I went along, and so I may not get any more than that one piece of that in there anyway. Okay, this goes next. I do like to kind of run in a pattern, but that's my OCD kicking in. It's pattern's not right. Got to put that pattern in there. Okay. I'm gonna tear a little piece of this. Where's that go?
I may even do this Thursday too.
Huh?
I may even do this Thursday on the live too.
It's just I just love it. I really do.
Use up a
I
whole lot of paper.
I have just enjoyed doing this. I've just sat here by myself and just relaxed and chilled out and I don't know if I like that there or not. I'm gonna put some more pattern paper there. Let's do that. Let's do that. That looks better. Okay.
Hey, Judy. Thanks for coming.
I'm not seeing Judy. I must be lagging again.
Lizzie, hey. How are you doing?
Hi, Lizzie. It's so good to see you, honey.
I'm a Lizzie lurker. Her chat goes so fast, I just lurk.
Yeah, I've been watching, but I haven't said much. I haven't felt good, Lizzie. So I've just watched things here and there and tried to chill out. But I started collaging and making book covers out of them, and I'm just having a ball.
Well, she's one of the ones that I can actually
Thank
craft
you.
along to.
Hi, Judy. Yeah, I keep in mind all the pretty things she does too. Okay, put that there.
We're trying to get back into it, Judy. We're trying to just tell our health to go away. We don't want to play with it anymore.
Uh, we're trying to find easy things that we can just take our mind off all the problems and the stuff that's going on. Because I know full well that I've had the moment, and I've still got it. I've still got it. Oh, I would have it checked. You might have a spider bite or something. You need to check it.
You better get it checked, Lizzie. That's what happened to my husband. He had an infection in his blood.
Yeah,
He ended up in intensive care. And since him, they've told us that they've had 20 more cases in Florida, and they don't know what it is. But he has to go for daily antibiotic IV treatments. And that was after 2 weeks in the hospital. Yeah, that's what they thought he had at first too, but it wasn't. It was just some kind of a viral infection that affects your bloodstream. They say it's rarely ever seen in the United States, but when it hits with a whammy. If you start having dizzy spells or trouble eating, you need to get it checked.
It's stinging.
It doesn't hurt, but it stings. Does it sting like when your feet swell up? I don't think he said his ever stung. Is it hot to the touch? If it's hot to the touch, it's likely a blood clot. So you need to get that looked at immediately. Oh yeah, if it's hot, you need to go to the emergency room like now. Get off the computer and go.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's bad.
Because in your arm is not a good place to have blood clot. I mean, it's bad everywhere, but it's.
And if you sit with your elbow up on the computer, on the table a lot when you're working on your crafts or watching something on YouTube, you will get blood clots at this stage of life. Just something else we have to look forward to. If it's hot, you got something to worry about, sweetheart. I hate old age. Golly.
Yeah, amen.
Golden
The
years
golden
I
years, not
lived.
golden. They are not golden.
No, ain't nothing golden about it.
It's the only gold that you see is like what the problem I had when I had to jump from here and run.
The only gold you see is what you fork out to doctors. Don't make me drive to Spring Hill.
Okay.
I couldn't take you to emergency room. They won't know which one of us is the patient.
Yeah.
Go through the door howling in pain.
I wanted that.
You got a med first near you? You don't
I'm
want to go
talking to myself.
check out med first if you don't want to go to the ER.
Um,
It's so hard to get into anywhere now with all this COVID crap.
I know.
And they don't let anybody go in with you. I know I've done so much nerve damage in my elbow now. My arm will go numb on me. But it's from sitting with my elbow up on the desk.
Okay. I'm about to get this and glued down. Oh,
I like that piece of paper that's got the corset and all on it.
what?
The piece of paper you have that has like looks like a corset or a dress form.
Uh-huh.
I like that one.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it here. But I did cover it up part way. It just happened that way. I didn't intend to. I wanted to leave it exposed, but I hated to see all the rest of this left hanging down here on the bottom. So I thought I'd just pull it, go ahead and fill it up.
Lizzie left. We fussed at her.
Oh,
Hey, it's because we love you, Lizzie. Everybody needs their Lizzie.
she may be calling her nurse daughter to come and look at it. Okay. What other piece of this have I got? This sun. This sun has got to go right in the middle of this somewhere. Don't you think?
Yes.
I think so too. I think right. I'm gonna cover up this button paper, which I wasn't real sure about anyway. That this needs to go. Doesn't have to be that full length, but can be
No, I
like
did not
that.
leave. I'm still here, but just looking at blacklight images. Ooh.
Okay. Got one little piece down here that still needs a piece. Let's put this pattern piece right here in there. And I'll make collage some more of that uh, Japanese paper back over this because I really like that pop of color through it.
Yeah, I like that paper.
And I really think that pattern would be pretty with the chickens too. If they were laid in front of it, it
Yeah.
would look good.
Oh,
Like this piece right here could come in right in here because we about covered it up here. So
right. My
put
first
that one
piece.
right there. Nope, because it covers up my dress form. Maybe not that piece. We like these colored pieces. I'll tell you, I have made a mess on my desk with this glue.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting here looking around saying, oh my God, where can I lay this?
Okay. I think that's all those pieces. Nope, there's a big piece. Let's see where we're going to put that one. I don't want to cover my dress form. I like that piece. Although it may get lost in this. I've got another piece of that in my book. Let's just cover it. Let's just cover it and not worry about it.
Yeah, that works.
Just come down here and we'll just bridge this gap right here. Okay. So I kind of want to use all that up. Okay. I think I have used it all up. Nope. That's that leaf. I don't care about that piece. All right. And now all these pieces can be used in another one at a later time. So I put them in the project box of this one because I may want to make Okay, honey, I'm glad you're still here. But you be careful and don't wait on that very long because you don't know what it is. It could just be a bug bite, could be an allergic reaction to something, but you don't need to take any chances. Not at our ages. Got a lot of glue right there. I thought I'd better move out. And and I didn't. I'm going to gloss this. I didn't gloss the back side of the other one, but I did the front. So what I'm going to do is just go over the whole darn thing now with my Mod Podge and seal all the edges so they won't pop up when you go to cutting it. And it doesn't dry real glossy. It even though it looks glossy while I'm putting it on. Okay. I have a whole mess of black buttons that I think would be cool on these cards.
Oh, yeah.
Probably have some brown ones. Okay. This is ready to dry. And there's one more done, and next time you see me, I will have it cut and ready for a book or do something. Um, Kathy, did we lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Are you? Because you are not moving on my screen.
Oh, I'm still working.
I must. Okay, I just leave this open and let it wait until it dries, and then I've got to go get a rag because I had got glue slung on my keyboard, on my scissors. Come over here on my. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere.
Oh, mine is sliding everywhere now.
Okay. What I like about the Elmer's glue is it dries real fast too.
Yeah, it does.
And like I said, it doesn't stay sticky. It will just dry up and harden up, and it gives you a good hard surface on it, really. And you can write on it. Because I find my name on it.
Huh. Okay. Bye, Susie. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Who's leaving?
Susie.
Thank you, Susie. You're such a sweetheart.
She is, isn't she?
Bye, honey. I'm afraid I made Simon mad or Adrian mad.
Why?
I wasn't trying to, but I'm afraid I did. It's not like him not to say goodbye.
Oh, they didn't say goodbye? Oh.
I'm not that I see. Okay. I think I've got the glue cleaned up off the desk. Oh, my old surfaces look so bad, that pine. It's just wore off. This is finger. You can see a little gloss spot over here in this corner. It's fingernail polish where I glazed some beads set here one night. And the kids, they decided they'd help me. The kids, the babies. So, okay, I want to see what you got cut up, Kathy. Show some of your things. I'm going to get, because I'm done with mine, I'm going to put you on.
Well, I'm working on the
And,
second one now.
oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just doing like a
I
master
can see
board.
that. You're doing olives and basil, and oh my, that's my favorite thing, basil.
Yeah. Oh man, I love tomato basil soup. But I'm kind of like working on a master board for my botanical stuff that I do so much of.
Right.
So I'll have something ready to just grab and make my journal cards and stuff out of it.
That's cool. Is that Amy's paper?
Huh?
Some of that Amy's paper, leftover stuff from Amy's paper pack.
No, this was all from paper packs.
Because that's a pretty green back there.
A lot of this green here and here and here is Stampin' Up.
Now, green is one of my favorite colors. I'm telling you, I love it.
I really love doing the botanical stuff. I love anything nature themed.
I like orange too. That's one of my favorites. I wanted a pack of that paper that Amy had in the orange for the Halloween, but I just could not afford to do it
I
right
wish you
now with
had said
everything.
something earlier because I wish you'd have said something earlier because I did not get the October paper because I didn't want the orange or black, and I didn't know anybody else that would take it. So.
No, I love orange. But I like color. I don't really care what color they are. I like color. And
I just knew I would never use that much orange paper. I have to keep pulling glue off my fingers so I can work.
I can't. I am just barely hearing you, Kathy. You're so garbled up for me. I don't know if it's my speaker. Maybe if I went on.
Everybody else. Hey Judy, you still here? Can you hear me? I did turn my fan back on.
Okay. I thought I'll go and check on YouTube and see if she's garbled over there, but I'd have to turn my sound on, and it would have come through the microphone here. So.
Oh, I am. Oh, I may have to replace my webcam then.
It's your. I think it's your microphone, because it's garbled one time and then it'll be fuzzy, and then you'll be clear.
I might have to go live on my channel to see if it's do a test.
Right now you're clear. Hi, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Okay, I'm gonna put all my scraps because I don't have another bin down here right now for this project. I really love these bags. They're for 9x11 paper, but oh my gosh, how much these hold! And you can get them at.
So Judy, I'm not gobbling sounding to you.
You're okay. It may be my sound because my sound has been giving me trouble. It may be my sound. Uh,
She says
my
she hears
cam-
her phone.
I have to have my sound on like 100 to be able to hear some of the stuff on YouTube.
Oh man, I have to turn mine all the way down.
Well, when the music comes on, it just blows me away. I'm just blown back in this chair and
Yeah.
across the floor. Then I was going to show you, girls. I've had these, and my camera is zoomed in. I don't know why. Because last time I tried to make a video, it's
Oh, she says I'm a little louder. And see, I'm intentionally talking softer because there's been a couple of lives I've been to lately that made me think, oh my God, I need to talk softer because I have to
I
turn myself all the way down on them. They just blow me away.
well, I hope that I don't yell as bad as I think I do, because I am losing my hearing along with everything else. My eyesight, my hearing, my circulation, everything's going wonky. Anyway, girls, if you get a chance to buy some of these, and you can buy these at Dollar Tree online, and they will come, I believe, 12 to a case. It would cost $12. These envelopes, I have had these for 4 years now. Whenever I started on YouTube. So, I got these at the dollar store when I started on YouTube. And we
You're
was
like,
fixing my crack room up. And so they are really, really hefty. Uh, and what I like is they have this snap. You don't have to worry about flattening down a thing or wrapping anything. You can just snap it down and it holds it. And you cannot see through it. But I know that I have my paper scraps in this. I have two of these, and both of them are my paper scraps. They were my specialty papers, and now I have shifted all my specialty papers to one, and one is paper scraps, and they're a little bit different. And the others are my specialty papers, my tea-dye paper, that kind of thing, pictures, and the special things. So, but anyway, if you get a chance, if you can find them, check them out. I think you'd really love them. And I don't buy a lot from Dollar Tree because I don't go shopping very much. But I think you can get these online. They will not fit a 12 by 12. If you put a 12 by 12 in it, you have to fold it again. That, like what I'm doing with these 12 by 12s, I wouldn't care if there was a half a dozen sheets folded up in here right now. It's just, and then these boxes, what I call my project boxes, I bought on Amazon, and they were not very high, but they will not. They say they're 12 by 12. They'll hold a 12 this way, but they will not hold it this way because they have made an indentation here on the back end for the hinge. So they're measuring from out here to here, but they don't take this out. So, but I love these for project boxes. I've got my little flowers that I want to use in here. I've got my rickrack that I want to use. I've got my tags, my paper that I'm going to use to make the signature, and my book piece in there, and the washi tape. So that all of this, when I get ready to start this, I will just pull this out and everything's in there. So I really like that they can do these and they stack real good. And these were not expensive. They were the cheapest I could find. As a matter of fact, that's the reason why I didn't get a 12 by 12 because I bought cheap. But they're great boxes for holding your supplies. Yeah. I filled up a half a dozen cigar boxes with
Lizzie, let us know when you get checked, please.
Love you, honey. Yes, let us know you're okay.
And don't be Kathy. Don't be a stubborn pighead and wait till it's too late.
Like we are.
Wait till it gets really bad.
Yeah.
Just remember, the sooner you get it taken care of, the less pain you have. That
Oh,
is my new motto in life.
yes. True that.
Because God knows I never want this kind of pain again as long as I'll live.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I got this in here. We better go back. They're not.
I can't hear you. Hey, Judy. Crispy. Crispy.
Hi, Judy. We've just been having fun. Gluing and gluing and gluing. We made some pretty papers. Here, I got to put Kathy back on. She's the only one that's got anything going. Hi, sis. You know, Kathy and I have so much in common, including our old family name, an old family name that we've started calling each other sis because we think we're related. And I'm just almost sure of it. We're too much alike.
What? You mean we're not?
We are in my book.
Am I adopted? Judy's probably looking at my desk saying, what in the Sam hell is she doing? This Judy is such a perfectionist, does such beautiful work. I'm making a vision board.
Those flowers you sent, Kathy, were so lovely.
Making a vision board of what I hope my garden will look like next year because it didn't work this year. It really sucked.
I should have sent some since I can't come to see you. I tell you what, if I had felt good and had somebody to watch Tom, I'd be on the plane. Come take care of you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But I couldn't leave Tom and him a seizure like he's been, and plant's been putting 11, 12-hour days in, and he's just heat exhausted. I told him, I said, son, you have a sunstroke, and you're going to thank work 12 hours a day in this heat. You know,
I don't think
I said,
it would have
you
been
need
as
a common
bad
sense.
if I had not already been so worn down from Pete being sick. When, I had to go through this, I don't think it would have been nearly as bad. But I was already just totally worn out and exhausted, and I think that's added to my pain levels is that I just can't manage it because I'm already too worn down.
Right.
But Judy sent me some beautiful flowers. It really helped me cheer up.
You're not really happy with it?
Huh?
What'd you say? You were garbled again right there.
I said Judy Crispy sent me some beautiful flower arrangement that helped cheer me up.
I think it's mine. You know, maybe it's my microphone on here.
Or your speakers. It's actually going to be a masterboard, Judy. So they
You
can
were
just
clear
grab it.
then, and I muted and unmuted. So maybe
There
that's what was.
like vintage stuff. So I can just grab and cut tags and stuff when I need them. So that's what this one's going to be too. Just collaging to make a masterboard to just grab and cut up. But I keep looking at this word basil, and I am craving tomato basil soup now.
Bye, Els.
Bye, Els. Thanks for hanging out with us. We just decided to use up junk, so now we're making masterboards, and Mary's ahead of me. She's already turning hers into stuff.
I can't understand the words you're saying, sis. I'm sorry, but my sound must be off. I mean, it's really bad.
Well, shoot, I see her
You're just
bragging on
dark.
her. She don't even know what I'm saying.
You may have to type into the chat because I can't hear you.
No, because then you know what I'm saying. It's like better. You don't know what I'm
I heard
saying.
that. I'm loving this. Whatever you're saying, I love what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I needed this. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Me too, Kathy. This has been so enjoyable. I haven't had a coughing spell now in 3 hours, girls. That is a long time for me. I usually have a coughing spell about every hour and a half, something like that. So this has been great. I've only had one bad one today, and that was early this morning.
I think I have
So
come up with a good contest. I'm going to
I
tell
think it's
people,
because I'm freezing up that I don't hear you.
send me the recipe for tomato basil soup that they make. And the one that I like the best will be the winner. After I make it.
Do you like that? Do you like that Progresso tomato basil?
I don't like any of
You
Progresso
don't.
soups. They all leave a bad aftertaste.
I love Progressos. There's a lot of them that I don't. They're okay. I like all of them, but I mean, I love the tomato basil. It is so good, and it would make such a great spaghetti sauce or any of it, or anything you wanted to put it in. It just has that flavor to it, that just full flavor.
I want some fresh tomato basil soup, homemade fresh tomato basil, but I don't know how to make it good.
Yeah, I like the fresh tomatoes, and especially the sun dried or the
Yeah.
roasted tomatoes, and
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. But this soup, as far as just buying tomato soup, is the best one, I think.
I'm drying some basil now. It's about the only thing I can get to grow here. Grabbed all these papers and none of them I like.
You don't have to be alike, do they?
Huh?
They don't have to be alike.
No, I don't like them.
Oh,
I grabbed
well,
them
this is a
to.
good putting them in a collage is a good place to use them up. I'm telling you, because they look completely different. Because that's what I'm
Well,
doing, is putting the ones I don't like and won't use.
yeah, but this one here is like a journal page, and it's ugly to me. It was from a DigiKit, But cutting that up is I'm liable to end up with some black that I don't even know what it is. There's some difference in here.
I see a lot of tags in that one. I've got glue pulling in spots, which is fun. So I'm going to wipe some of that out.
Have you finished yours?
Yeah, I'm just letting it dry. But I've got some pockets of glue here where it's really thick. And I don't like that, so I'm going to try to go in with a wet brush and thin them out.
I think that's the same thing I'm having, Judy. I mean, I'm going to have tomato basil because I had basil to my tomatoes.
I put my books back up, but I could have showed Judy what I was doing with these.
Yeah,
I'm
switch it over
making book
to you.
covers and tags and
Switch it over to you and show because there's a couple of people that came in since you showed them.
yeah, I've got them laying, some of them laying right here. Now I put away the other ones, but okay, I got to put this back under the fan.
Oh dear Lord, it's thundering again.
Okay, this is the first set I done. Well, I guess I better get back on StreamYard so I can see what I'm doing and get it on the screen. Oh yes, Judy, that's the best. That's the best combination right there you could have. Okay, so I made. This is the first collage I made, and I've been watching Gail Agostinelli, Judith Agostinelli, and I decided that I had to have something to do because I've been so sick. So I actually, this is just part of what's left over because the bottom part of my book or of this collage. Actually, I think this is the third collage I've done here. This was the first one with the birds, and I used the watercolor napkins and the birds. And this is the back. That's where they look on the back. They've got writing, and then there was some bird paper that I had that was on the back as well. This is the only thing about, I'm making mine out of medical sheets. This is the only thing about the medical sheets that you have to watch. This had a pocket here where everything was, where there was some air in it, and I've cut through it, and so now it's lifted all the way around. So that's when I just take my straight glue and go in and which is stopped up right at the moment. And I had that closed, but I had just a little bit over the edge of it, and I think it, okay, let's try it again. Okay, Mod Podge. Back to the Mod Podge. Get the glue out. I'm gonna have to clean the tip of my glue off. All right. Put some more glue on here and seal that back down. But those medical sheets, most of the time, they hold. I have found some places where there's like a little pocket, maybe you missed it with your glue, and then when you cut through it, it wants to turn loose, and then it wants to turn loose everything. So, but you know, it's whatever paper you've got. You can use anything. This is one of the tags I made with some napkin that I had. There's another one. There's another teacup one. There's another tea one, I think, in here. And this one, which says role play. Then we have some balloons. I covered this whole thing in napkins. And here's another hummingbird. And that has the watercolor. This is a double napkin. It's got, this is cut out. And then this hummingbird, and that is part of the napkin that was on. And then this one. And then I don't know if I showed you the front of that one or not, but that's just a pretty bird. And then here is one of my favorites. This is just has a ladybug on leaves and some, but I put some texture paste on that, give it a little something. But this one I used leftover off the birds, the little ferns, and then I found a bicycle napkin. So I cut one of the bicycles, and it was covered with bicycles. But I covered it, or I cut one bicycle out and put it in front of that. And I just absolutely love this little card. It's one of my favorites that I've ever made. I just think it's cool looking.
I love the colors.
I do too, but it's just, you know, just to think that looks like it's just standing in front of them trees. You know, you're just, I really love the way it turned out, 3D looking. This was said, what you think might not work turns out to be one of your favorite things, you know. I don't know what I'll do with that one because right now it really doesn't fit anywhere, but well, it could in a bird book. And this will probably make a bird book. I'm going to have to do that too, Judy. I've got to pick something for me and Tom.
Yeah,
I'm not even,
eat something so I can take my medicine.
Yeah, it's getting late for you guys, isn't it? It's 5:30 here.
Oh wow, it's 6:30. Had no idea.
Yeah, it's 6:30 there then. So anyway, well, Kathy, we've been on for 3 hours and 38 minutes and 47 seconds.
Wow.
49 now. So I'm going to get over here and think about making our supper because I have no idea what I will make.
Well, Judy convinced me I'm having a soup and sandwich.
I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do is soup and grilled cheese sandwiches.
That sounds good.
And something
quick, easy, and good. Quick, easy, and good.
Yes. And filling. Tom doesn't like tomato. He can't have tomato soup, but I've had some cheesy broccoli soup that I think he'd like. And that's Progresso, and it's good too. And it makes a good meal. You can add that on top of some rice, and you've just got some really good fast meal.
Oh, never thought of that.
Yeah, just cook some rice or have leftover rice, and then open up that can of soup and warm up your rice and put it over the top, or run it in the microwave for a little while, you know, till it softens, or the oven. And you've got dinner, you know, and it's good. It's like having a casserole, but because that soup will just bake up cheesy right in that, you know, it'll just cover your rice and go down in it.
Excellent. I have to try it sometime.
I used to fix that kind of stuff all the time. I haven't done it much, and I haven't thought about doing that on top. And I've got rice, so I could make it. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. There's still 7 watching, and I so appreciate y'all coming and staying in. Judy, it's so good to see you. My heart is just full that you know, that y'all seen me and came in and spent some time with me and Kathy. And if anybody needs it, it's We Need the companionship right now. I know I do anyway, and I'm sure that Kathy feels the same way. It keeps us from worrying about what's going on with us, and it gives us a reason to keep going.
It helps with my pain level because it makes me focus on other things. So thank you guys for hanging out with us and helping being my pain meds for today since I'm allergic to all of them.
It's been great, and mine too. I can't believe I've made it this long without a breathing treatment or a coughing spell, and talked as much as I have.
Magic.
It is magic. So anyway, love to you all. Thank you for coming in, Kathy. You know I love you, darling. And you know I worry about you all the time, even if you don't hear from me. It's because I'm in the bed and I just don't feel like making a phone call, honey. But I think about you every day, and you're in my prayers, baby. All of you, sitting exalts.
All right. Let me know when you get your happy meal.
I will. So, okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you in a couple of days because I'm going to finish this up for you. So, watch for that. Bye bye.
Deborah, you just snuck in at the last minute or you've been lurking.
Did somebody come in and I didn't see? Oh, I did. I'm already, I can't. Okay.